For CapitalWeatherGang.com, trying one last time to show you the progression of our winter storm this evening. Please stay off the roads as snow is changing to sleet and freezing rain from southeast to northwest. There in the orange is what we don't like to see in the Tidewater, Virginia, as the snow is indeed changing over to frozen sleet and freezing rain that we don't want to see. But we have accumulations getting going southwest of town, where it has started early today with the precipitation. The storm was moving from southwest to northeast, and here are key points and messages. The main part of the area along I-95 is in a winter weather advisory in the purple, and a winter storm warning all up and down the east coast. Further inland on the higher elevations in the pink there, over 80 million people are affected by this large storm, and we have changeover happening tonight. Please stay on the road, stay off the roads, so that the road crews can get things clear by tomorrow morning if we stay off the roads and can allow them to work. Hello, Maria. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Cameron Walker for Capital Weather Gang. Our forecast is on track. The changeover is beginning south of town. That line of freezing rain and sleet that is going to change over the snow is moving from southeast to northwest. And so far, our accumulations are on track. This is, of course, before any ice and rain later tonight move in. So if you're a snow lover and you have at least an inch on the ground, which is widespread throughout the I-95 corridor, please go outside and enjoy it before it is iced over and then rained off. A lot of it is going to wash away, if not all of it, and around the I-95 corridor tonight. Hello, Carol and Tara and Kevin and Cheryl. Sleet now in South Alexandria near Mount Vernon. Thanks for that report. Indeed, the rain-snow line and sleet line is moving from southeast toward the northwest. The changeover has begun. It sounds like not just in Fredericksburg. We've got sleet in Manassas. Thanks for that report, Kevin. And icy and sleet in Lorton as well. And a little bit of snow is accumulated, says Kathleen. Penny and Susie, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got for you our latest at CWG.news/snow. And the good news is you can use this QR code and you can touch on my face, and popping up you'll see above on your mobile device or below on your desktop or laptop how to get to our latest forecast on CapitalWeatherGang.com. But we have good news with the ice. Less ice expected than 24 hours ago around the same time. So still we need to watch power lines for the combination of winds moving up later tonight into gusty ranges above 40 miles per hour, especially at higher elevations, where unfortunately more ice is also expected along the higher elevations of the central Virginia, central Maryland, and Appalachian Blue Ridge area. Luray needs to be careful. Winchester, we have to keep an eye on things with power outages being possible with this icy glaze, making roads, power lines, trees, all a glaze later tonight. So please stay cautious, stay off the roads unless absolutely urgent. In our latest at CWG.news/snow, I'm Cameron Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Here's the progression. As you know, the storm has moved in from southwest to northeast. We are seeing that rain, snow, sleet line moving slowly but surely from southeast Virginia up toward the northwest. Won't make it too far past very quickly past a line from what we'll get into momentarily, Frederick, Leesburg, and we'll show you that in a moment. But here's the impact, 3 out of 5 on the winter storm impact scale. In the orange around our region, it is significant. And as you can see in the higher elevations in the Blue Ridge Skyline Drive area, major impacts west of town in the higher elevations. So please, again, be cautious tonight. Stay off the roads. Allow the road crews to do their work, and we will have a much better morning tomorrow morning. But power outages are possible with the greater icing being a concern and the wind being a concern, especially at higher elevations as well. Snow reports are spotty, but more south of town where it has been snowing longer because the precipitation started and moved from southwest toward the northeast. And here is the high and low amount, just so you know kind of the goalposts that we're working within with the storm. Generally on track in the middle part of this zone, but here's the low end and the high end for the snow maps. Just so you know, the National Weather Service I like that they put these together so you can kind of see a floor and a ceiling on the potential for snow accumulation, not including ice and rain that washes much of this away. So thanks for tuning in on Facebook, on Twitter, and YouTube. I love this video from Twitter earlier today at Nats Park. So make sure you keep tagging us on Twitter as well at Capital Weather. It is getting nice and snowy around downtown DC. And of course, we're looking way out into the future. We'll get past this storm first, but the end of the week into next weekend, we could see another winter storm moving our way as well. So stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com, and we will, of course, keep you posted. Here's our accumulation map along with the latest on capitalweathergang.com. Let's make sure I move that down so you can see that. CWG.news/snow is your latest. So let me take some questions and comments. Keegan, warmer air is being moved into the system, being sucked in from the Gulf Stream, from the warmer waters of the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic. Good amount of snow in Fredericksburg. Thanks, Junius and Rick. 21 degrees, still snowing in Fairfax. Thanks for the report. And yep, wind is possible throughout the region. Abby and Kevin. Counting on a big warm-up tonight to clear 3 inches of the driveway. Yes, we could get to the mid-40s in parts of the region, especially along the I-95 corridor around midnight tonight. In the early morning hours, we are going to be well above freezing, and that's when we have the rain potential washing away much, if not all of our snow along and east of the I-95 corridor. 2 inches in Brentwood, Maryland, and thanks for that report. Ice in Fairfax, thanks, Amy. Sleet in Oakton, thank you, Natalie. And let me know if you have any other questions or comments. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Our forecast is on track. I'm pleased to report. Make sure you do pay attention to the boom and bust scenarios here on our map, the confidence intervals, but the key messages, which we'll go into in a second, more snow to the west of town and northwest of town, and ice is possible as well. So far, we are seeing that sleet and freezing rain line moving in from southeast toward the northwest. Precipitation is turning heavy this evening. Please stay off the roads unless absolutely urgent. If we allow the road crews to do their work tonight, we will have a much better situation tomorrow morning, even though, yes, it is a holiday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Let's let the road crews do their work. Much of the region in the purple along the I-95 corridor, that's a winter weather advisory. Further inland, higher elevations where we're expecting more ice, a little bit more wind, and a little bit more snow. That's when we're in the pink there in the winter storm warning. And here are the key messages on capitalweathergang.com. We're keeping you posted at CWG.news/snow. It is very cold ground. Yes, the temperatures are going to get warmer tonight. We'll see, if not already, you're seeing from snow, it's changing to freezing rain to sleet, and then eventually rain tonight. We could get above 40 degrees in much of the region, especially along and east of I-95. So please, it is a very messy situation. Please take it seriously. Even after you see rain begin, we need to keep off the roads to allow the clearing to keep going overnight tonight. So the forecast is on track. The changeover is happening west of town, Frederick County, Maryland, Loudoun County, Virginia, down into Orange and Charlottesville. That's where we'll see a line of more snow and a little bit more ice potential as well. There's more impact from this winter storm west of town for sure. The QR code there for you as well if you want to use your camera on your device, or go to CWG.news/snow. You can touch on my face above on your desktop or laptop, and I think below on your mobile device with this video you will see the latest at capitalweathergang.com. Carol, yes, Loudoun is indeed in our heavier snow band, 2 to 5 inches. Patrick, no, I'm not going to sing Vanilla Ice. It is too bad we have so much ice in the region this evening, and let me show you. There is good news. Less ice is expected than this time 24 hours ago when we were looking at maybe more ice potential. So there is some good news, but still in the orange patches there west of town, in the higher elevations, especially along Skyline Drive, it is not great. When you combine the higher winds we're expecting later tonight with this moderate ice accumulation, there could be scattered power outages, so please keep that in mind. Joanna, thanks for tuning in from YouTube in Rockville, Maryland. Snow to mix there now. Good report. Sleet in Capitol Heights, says Jason. We've got snow in Bowie, says Frank. And Michael, the next snow threat indeed is coming up with some, low confidence, but we're looking at the end of this week into next weekend, so please stay tuned. This is 7 days out. Plenty of time to watch. Nothing specific, nothing definitive, and again, the details very much to be determined, but the pattern is there for probabilities of snowfall to accumulate at the end of the week into the next weekend. So we will keep you posted, but let's get past this storm first, which the latest available at CWG.news/snow. Thanks if you've tuned in from Twitter. I love that you have been tagging us on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm simulcasting to all 3 of our social media channels right now. And I will go ahead and remove this aspect for you so you can see this great video from Jacob. Nats Park is looking very nice before the changeover. Snow is definitely had been accumulating downtown. So thank you for tagging us on Twitter, Facebook, and tuning in tonight from YouTube as well. I'm simulcasting on all 3. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's the high and the low measurements, the estimates from the National Weather Service. So this is before the changeover to ice, sleet, and rain, which may wash away a lot of the snow. But here's the low end estimate and the high end estimate, a floor and a ceiling, within which we're working kind of the goalposts for the storm, just so you know kind of the maximum and the minimum. But the forecast is on track. We're not really seeing low or high end amounts in those scenarios just yet. We are pleased to report generally 1 to 3 inches around the DC area along I-95 corridor, and our latest available at CWG.news/snow, and the QR code there as well. If you want to take your camera and scan the device, it should take you directly to our latest live updates on CapitalWeatherGang.com as well. Winchester only 2 inches, Liz. Thank you for that report. We've got Patrick. Thanks for tuning in. Yep, the storm is still early innings right now, but we are expecting that changeover to keep happening from southeast to northwest. The storm is drawing in, ingesting warmer air from the Gulf Stream, from the Atlantic, from the Chesapeake waters, and so it's going to keep pushing from southeast toward into the northwest. That's the trajectory of this warm tongue of air that's going to change us from snow. Many of us are already seeing sleet and freezing rain, and then ultimately rain for much, if not all, of the region tonight. Chris, Garrett County, indeed, in the heavier bands of snow. Phil, still snowing hard in Newmarket. Thanks for that report, Phil. Tyler, 1.5 inches in Ashburn, still snowing. Thank you so much for that report. That's great. And Keegan, thanks for tuning in. And we've got Rodney, how quickly will the frozen precip get in and out in the Laurel area? It could last several hours, but we are expecting rain around midnight in Laurel. It should change over to all rain. All right, let's see. We've got Colleen, a change of sleet in Bristow, Virginia, around 5:20 p.m. 24 degrees there. I love that report. Very detailed. Thank you so very much. So our storm accumulation map on track. Forecast is on track. Our latest at CWG.news/snow. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Thanks for tuning in for our weekly Sunday Sunset Chats. Instead of doing a holiday Monday edition like I normally would, I wanted to give you a storm update that things are progressing as planned, as forecast. So our forecast stands, and the changeover is happening on schedule. And we've got your key messages here for you, that we've got moderate accumulating snow spreading over the region. It has accumulated. And as these reports are coming in, it first changed over in Fredericksburg, and now we are seeing along northern parts of the I-95 corridor around DC, and even north of the Beltway, we're changing to freezing rain and sleet as well. And generally, 1 to 3 inches is still on track. The changeover begins 8 and 9 p.m. tonight for sure, and plain rain is still coming for us, even if you don't believe it. The warm air is coming to change over much of our snow and then sleet, freezing rain to all rain later tonight. So please keep that in mind. So much of the snow will wash away. If you're a snow lover, please go out and enjoy it now, carefully, walking near your house. Please stay off the roads, of course. And we've got winter weather advisories in the purple, closer to the coast, where less of an impact is expected. In the pink, inland, we've got winter storm warnings, where higher impact is expected with more accumulating snow and accumulating ice. And let's see, here's a radar. I'm going to pile on the graphics for you. Heavy precipitation now in the region. Blue in the snow is changing to orange, freezing rain and sleet. This line will continue to move from southeastern Virginia, from the bay into the northwest. That's the trajectory it's moving from the north toward the northwest, toward, let's say, points like Frederick County, Maryland, Loudoun, and even Winchester. Will eventually see some freezing rain and rain later tonight. So please keep that in mind. All right, so QR code there for you at latest CWG.news/snow link. Here's our forecast map for accumulating snow before the ice and sleet move in, which is happening. The changeover is happening right now. But the good news is a little bit less ice accumulation is expected than this time yesterday. 24 hours ago, we thought there'd be a bit more ice. Julie, generally tomorrow should be okay, especially along the I-95 corridor and points east. Emily, yes, indeed, please stay off the roads. If we let the road crews do their job tonight, we'll have a much better morning tomorrow morning. Yes, be careful walking as well, Emily, good point. And David, have a good holiday weekend for you as well. And yes, I'm glad we are on holiday tomorrow. Elizabeth, Gettysburg, thanks for tuning in from there. And so far, Paul, no flooding concerns. The ground needs the water overall. We do have a surplus in January of precipitation, but so far we're more concerned about wind gusts later tonight, which could produce power outages in conjunction with this ice accumulation. gusts could be high. So we're watching for patchy power outages tonight as well. So please keep that in mind. And we've got Kip reporting from Burke, 2 inches at the point of the changeover right now. And thank you all so much for these reports and for tuning in. I'm Camden Walker on the air 5 more minutes. Thanks for dealing with the technical difficulties earlier as well. Let me remove some of this for you so we can show you some other graphics. Here's the progression at which we're all starting to experience the changeover from snow to freezing rain to sleet and then all rain later tonight, washing away some, if not all, of our snowpack, especially along and east of the I-95 corridor. But please stay off the roads. The ground is very cold. The crews need plenty of room to do their jobs. That will make for a much better morning for us all tomorrow morning. And we could even see some more snow showers as cold air wraps around this on exit tomorrow morning as well. So don't be surprised if we see an additional snow shower or two and even mixing with a little bit of rain and maybe pellets of grapple or sleet tomorrow morning as well. So as you can see, that rain snow line right here moving from southeast toward northwest, pushing, rain well into Loudoun County, and even Winchester may see some rain later tonight as well. So don't be deceived. The changeover is coming for much of the region. This is an impactful storm. In the orange here, in much of our region, we're in a 3 out of 5 on the scale. In the darker orange along the Skyline Drive, higher elevations of the Blue Ridge, it is a 4 out of 5 on the winter storm impact scale. So please just, this is a fairly quick hitting storm, but be mindful. We've got ice. We've got wind producing patchy power outages later tonight, potentially. It is not a good situation, especially west of I-95, where there'll be more snow and more ice accumulation and even more wind at higher elevations as well. So this is not a very pretty storm. It is a mess, but it is an impactful one for much, if not all, of the region. Spotty snow accumulations coming in, but more has accumulated already south of town, southwest of town, where it started earlier to start piling up because the precipitation, of course, was moving with the storm from southwest to northeast. And here it is, the high and low amounts expected by the National Weather Service, just to give you an idea of the floor and the ceiling for snowfall accumulations before the changeover to ice and rain, which is underway in the region right now. So thanks again for tuning in from CapitalWeatherGang.com. I'm Camden Walker on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. Love this video that you tagged us. Jacob tagged us on Twitter earlier, right before sunset and the changeover. We had a lovely snow-filled Nats Park. So please keep sending us your photos and videos. We love them on our social media channels as well. And yes, if you're looking far out into the future, end of the week into early next week, let's get past this storm first, please. But yes, another threat exists at the end of the week into the early weekend. We will keep you posted. Nothing definitive. Nothing quite to plan around yet, but it's to keep in the back of your mind, to stay tuned each day going forward this upcoming work week. As we get closer to the end of the week, into the weekend, we should know more. All right, let's reiterate for the next couple minutes while I'm still on the air with you. Snow is changing to sleet, ice, and then eventually rain later tonight. That rain snow line here on the radar will continue to move from southeast to northwest. Key messages are basically stay off the road. 80 million people are being affected by this winter storm. In the purple, winter weather advisories close to the coast. Winter storm warnings further inland in the pink for higher impact areas. So please just stay off the roads tonight. Please please stay safe and let the road crews do what they need to do so we have a better morning tomorrow morning. This is a quick hitting storm, but it is very messy, very cold ground. The precipitation is very heavy, even as it changes from snow to sleet to freezing rain and then eventually rain. It is not going to wash away instantaneously, and we need to let the road crews do their job tonight so we can, again, have a better morning tomorrow. David, I know another winter storm threat we talked about a second ago for the end of the week and the weekend, but we'll keep you posted. You stay safe as well, Charlene. Manuel, I'm sorry to hear the plows are making some iciness there in Springfield, but thanks for that report. And then wind is starting to head up tonight, Rodney. You'll see all of that latest description, including our wind reports at CWG.news/snow. Right there, we've got the estimated wind gusts, which go up every few hours tonight, and that could produce patchy power outages, especially west of the region, where we're expecting not only more snow here on our map, which the forecast is on track as we do change over, but ice is a concern in the higher elevations as well, west of town. So that is not a good combination when we have moderate ice accumulation and moderate to higher wind gusts, maybe 40, 50 miles per hour possible at higher elevations later tonight. But you can also click on this QR code, use your camera to check that out as well. And I'm going to sign off in just a moment. You're most welcome, Mahia, and you're Really appreciate you tuning in. Emily and Evangeline as well. And Rebecca, thank you so much for the kind words. Please stay safe and make sure you stay tuned this week with another threat, potentially a winter storm threat at the end of the week into the weekend. Ice and snow will be changing over tonight. If you haven't seen it already, turn to sleet and freezing rain. And then we all have all rain later tonight for much of the region. So it is just a very messy storm, but we stay off the roads tonight. We have clearer roads tomorrow morning, and we can probably resume many of our activities by midday into tomorrow afternoon very easily if we all just cooperate. So thank you so much, and please stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you next Sunday for a weekly